It has been a very, very joyful evening for all of us. And we thank all the people who have brought all kinds of entertainment for all of us. I'm really amazed because last time I couldn't go to Spain despite they had invited me, but I think somehow it has taken roots there. There are so many people who are now involved in Sahaja Yoga. It's very important that places like Spain should have many more Sahaja Yogis, I think, I always thought, because it's a country visited by so many people, so cosmopolitan, and there are quite a lot of Turkish influence also. Despite that, we found it was not so much encouraging, and Jose was extremely upset with the whole thing. And he said, "Mother, what has happened to these people here?" It's all right now. As you see, it's very encouraging. We have so many beautiful singers, musicians from Spain, and there are so many people here who have come to entertain you with their beautiful melodious music. Especially their rhythm is something really extraordinary. Indian music has a rhythm of its own, but it's very bound by its systems. While I find here is absolutely a freedom to play whichever way you like, your tabla, whichever you like, your rhythmic patterns, which is a very great thing. To achieve also that freedom, despite the fact that it keeps the rhythm on. Now, another thing we have to now say about the way Belgian people have sung very well and the way they have shown their love. Belgium is another very important country where, of course, there is European, as you know, capital, and it's a very important country where I'm very happy that Sahaja Yoga is taking its roots. Last time I was so happy because the leader from Belgium used to always say, "Mother, now what to do, this Belgian government is funny and the Belgian people are funny and all that." Suddenly he said, "It's become different now." I said, "Why?" "Because newspapers are only writing against the Catholic Church and they have forgotten us completely." That's a very promising thing that people are now taking to Sahaja Yoga in Belgium in such a serious manner, and they must understand their responsibility as they have got the capital of Europe with them. So they have to be people of very lofty ideas and of very high culture. I must say for art, they are real artists there. They really respect art and they have a great sense of art. Even now, after all this modern art has come, all these things have come. But I think that the number of artists we have in Belgium, in Sahaja Yoga, are the largest in the whole of Europe. It's surprising. But there are so many artists in our Belgian Sahaja Yoga that sometimes I feel that it's a combination, say music coming from Spain and from Belgium, this art is coming, it's really great. Now we have Holland, and Holland also now coming up in music, I must say, but the way they showed the Sahaja Yogis to begin with, how they are and how gradually they change when their ego and super ego bursts out is very realistic. I've seen this. I'm sorry. I've seen it, you see, sometimes. That some Sahaja Yogis you see in the beginning, they are not all of them like that, they were shown in Holland, but some Sahaja Yogis in the beginning You just don't understand them, what they are talking about. And see, they just start talking so big and as if they have read too much maybe, or they are too much conditioned, whatever it is. Then you just look at them with understanding there's something wrong somewhere, and ultimately really the conditioning goes away and the ego also bursts out, and then they become very good Sahajogis. But so many Sahajogis are there who just jumped into Sahajoga. That's something also very remarkable. But sometimes who jump very fast do not go very deep. It's a very funny thing about human beings I can't understand. That sometimes they take time to take to Sahajoga, and once they take to Sahajoga, they go very deep. And sometimes they take no time. They just jumped into it. And then afterwards you just don't understand why they are still at the same point, same height. They're still not going deep into it. So it all has something to do, I think, with all the education one must have had, or maybe the way they are brought up, or maybe their childhood, or maybe some psychological problem, or could be some sort of a egoistical treatment developed, or some sort of a complication within. But that doesn't matter. Ultimately, everybody comes up and become a very good source of Sahajoga. Sahajoga is now on your shoulders. You have to look after it. You have to spread it. Music is one way you can spread. In India, Maharashtra especially, every Saturday they take a truck. On the truck, so many musicians go from places to places, and they arrange the program there, give a program, and then talk about it. Like that is spreading very fast that way, even in Delhi. In Delhi, I was surprised, which I used to think is nothing, absolutely an empty shell. But Delhi has become so great now, because the people started going around to other villages and spreading Sahajoga and developing that confidence within themselves. The confidence comes when you give realization to others. Apart from that, the joy that you get by giving realization is the greatest. You, as if like a mother when she gives birth to a child, how happy she feels. In the same way, you also feel that you have been able to give realizations to others. And that is how Sahajoga spreads a lot. Now from Finland, I am very happy that people have come all the way from Finland, because so far I didn't go to Finland, and they have been doing some work also in the Belarus side. Yeah. So you see, it's a thing, they are moving out from their place and going to these places, which I may not be able to reach. And other Scandinavian countries are also represented here, and I wish I could go sometime to Scandinavia to spread Sahajoga there. I've been there, but I've been to Finland also, as I must say, but I didn't do any work for Sahajoga there. So, you see, Finland I went later on, but other Scandinavian countries also, I wish I could go, and if my health permits and my age, as you know, is traveling becomes rather difficult for me. But in that case, I would request all of you to do something in all these countries where I may not have touched, or maybe Sahajoga is not going. Where Sahajoga is not going, you should go all out to help them. It's a very remarkable thing how we come from different countries and different cultures, speaking different languages, and how we understand the language of heart, language of love, which is divine love. So tomorrow will be our great puja of Kundalini. They call it Kundalini Puja or Adi Shakti Puja, whatever you may call it. But I think I'll be able to say something new tomorrow for all of you to enjoy. I cannot entertain as you can entertain, but somehow I've seen that whatever I'm saying, you all listen to me so intensely that Must be some entertainment there, I think so. So may God bless you all. Have a nice evening and sleep now. And tomorrow morning, I have asked some people to see me. I hope they will come and see me. And I'll be very thankful. May God bless you.